Collard greens are a fantastic leafy green vegetable. They're like a gift from the garden. They're super versatile and packed with good stuff for your body. People love collard greens because they taste great and can be cooked in so many ways. You can sauté them, steam them, or even add them to soups and stews. Collards are like the cool cousins of kale and cabbage. They have big dark green leaves that are a bit tougher than spinach or lettuce. This means they can handle a bit more cooking and won't wilt as easily. Plus, they grow really well in lots of different places. Collard greens are pretty easygoing plants, but they do have their preferences. They love sunshine. Aim for at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day for your collards to thrive. They're not too fussy about soil, but it should drain well. If your soil is heavy clay, mix in some compost or other organic matter to help with drainage. Collards like their soil slightly acidic, with a pH between 6.0 and 6.5. You can test your soil with a simple kit from a garden centre if you're not sure. You can start collard seeds indoors a few weeks before the last frost, or sow them directly into the garden after the danger of frost has passed. To sow seeds directly, make shallow rows about 12 inches apart. Sprinkle the seeds thinly along the rows and cover them lightly with soil. Water the seeds gently but thoroughly. As the seedlings emerge and grow, you'll need to thin them out. Thinning means giving each plant enough space to grow strong. Aim for a spacing of about 18 to 24 inches between plants. Collard greens like consistently moist soil, but they don't want to be waterlogged. Water them deeply a couple of times a week, especially during hot, dry weather. A good way to check if they need watering is to stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. You can add a layer of mulch around your collard plants to help keep the soil moist and suppress weeds. Good mulch choices include straw, wood chips, or shredded leaves. Section 5. Pests and problems protecting your greens. Collard greens can sometimes attract pests like cabbage worms, aphids, and flea beetles. Keep an eye out for any signs of damage to your plants. You might see holes in the leaves, sticky residue, or tiny bugs crawling around. If you do have a pest problem, there are a few things you can try. You can handpick larger pests like cabbage worms. You can spray your plants with a strong blast of water to dislodge aphids. There are also organic pest control products available at garden centres. Section 6. Harvest time, knowing when to pick. You can start harvesting collard greens when the leaves are about the size of your hand. Don't wait for them to get too big or they'll start to taste bitter. To harvest, simply use a sharp knife or garden shears to cut the outer leaves from the plant. Leave the center leaves to keep growing so you can enjoy multiple harvests. Collard greens are incredibly productive plants and will continue to produce leaves throughout the growing season. Section 7. From garden to table, preparing collard greens. Once you've harvested your collard greens, give them a good wash in cool water to remove any dirt or debris. Then use a sharp knife to remove the thick stems from the leaves. You can chop or tear the leaves into smaller pieces depending on how you plan to cook them. Collard greens are delicious sautéed with a little garlic and olive oil. You can also steam them, braise them, or add them to soups and stews. They're really versatile. Section 8. Storing your bounty, enjoying collards year-round. If you have more collard greens than you can eat fresh, you can store them in the refrigerator for several days, wrap them in a damp paper towel and place them in a plastic bag to help keep them crisp. You can also freeze collard greens for longer storage. Blanch the leaves in boiling water for a minute or two, then shock them in ice water to stop the cooking process. Drain the leaves well, pat them dry, and pack them into freezer-safe containers or bags. Section 9. Collard Power, a nutritional powerhouse. Collard greens are incredibly good for you. They're packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as fiber, calcium, and iron. Eating collard greens regularly may help boost your immune system, protect your heart health, and even reduce your risk of certain cancers. So why not give collard greens a try? They're easy to grow, delicious to eat, and incredibly good for you. Happy gardening.